I had one of my viewers ask me to show them how to wrap or put tulle on these, and I've got to take these off because the squirrels are just about shredded it. So it's all wore out. I need to replace it, so I'm going to get this part off. Cut it off, I guess. I tied most of it on. Part of it I put on with little tie wraps. It's regular tie wraps that you get off of any bread bag or any large tie wrap that you can get to use would work. But after they try to go up it so many times, it kind of gets frayed. So, I don't think I put the whole piece on. I just cut a piece long enough that would go up it, and then really you don't have to use the whole width. You could cut the width in half, I think, because it'll more than likely work on two, but I'll go ahead and put this on one just to give you an idea. Well, I don't know. There's no need to putting all of it on there, I guess. So I just basically cut it in half, width-wise. But you don't need the whole piece, the whole width of it on there. Just get it the right length and cut the width in half. If I can get it cut. Kind of hard to cut this stuff out in the yard when you don't have nothing to lay it on. But just do the best you can. Okay, I know I just cut that up to there. Doesn't have to be straight, just do the best you can when you're cutting it. So I'll have that one piece to go on the other side. And basically wrap it around. I mean, you can tie it at the top. Well, that's not going to work. I didn't tie the other one like that. I waited till I got it wrapped around. I think I just put my just wrap it around. Take your tie wrap. Go around the top of it. And twist it. Now, you want it loose enough that it will slide. So whenever that squirrel hits it, you know, he's going to pull it down. What I did with the other one. Here we go. I mean, you can take a tie wrap or you can take a piece of string. It doesn't matter. But just wrap it around the pole, put your string around it and tie it. And again, Put it tight enough to hold it, but not enough that it's not going to slide. But you want that thing to slide whenever that squirrel hits it. Well, if I can get it tied around it. It helps to kind of wrap the cord around it a couple of times and then tie it. But like I said, you want it tight enough that it'll hold it in place, but not tight enough that it's not going to slide. See, that will slide. If that squirrel gets on it, it's going to slide. Then I'm going to put one in the center. And like I said, you can use string, cord, you can use a tie wrap. Doesn't matter. As long as it's something to hold it in place loosely. There. See, when that squirrel gets on it, when you pull it, it's going to go down, so he can't climb it. And I like to get it up about that far, because that's about where he's going to try to jump to come up it. And then I got this piece to go on the other one when I need it. I don't think I need it on over there right now. But and you don't need it the length of the whole pole. You need that. Let's go check on the other one. Yeah, I think this one might still be good. Could add it to it though. But you've got it pulled to where the tool is not fastened good on it. So what I can do is just add some. Won't hurt. And again, I'm just putting a tie wrap, kind of a long tie wrap. That's basically all it is a tie wrap. One that's kind of long that allows me to fasten it around it and still have it loose. If it's plenty loose enough, it will slide. So I'm just going to use a piece of wire because I didn't bring anything else out here with me but the wire. The other day, I couldn't do it. And it doesn't take a long piece of wire. Just long enough to go around it. Really, a tie wrap is better than the wire because it's a lot easier to handle. You can see that's real loose. No, I had another tie wrap right here. But if it comes down to it, you don't have anything else, put a piece of wire on it. A really lightweight wire. And I just kind of wrap it around. I don't even really fasten it. Try to bend the ends down so you don't get stuck on it. See? If he gets on there, he's going to pull it down. His body weight will pull that down. And hopefully that'll keep him off of the feeder. But like I said before, I've seen some of them that they're big enough that they can jump from the ground and go straight up to the feeder. Go ahead and put another one about here. And like I said, just circle it around it. You don't have to have it tight. Just enough to hold it in place. There. I tried greasing the poles, and greasing the poles will work if you don't live here. But the problem with greasing the poles here where I live, it's so dry and dusty that the grease that you put on the pole gets all the dust on it and the sand that blows in the air, and it actually cakes onto the grease and it makes a hard coating on the pole. So it literally gives the squirrels traction to climb up the pole. So I had to take all that grease off. I just had to clean the pole off and put something like this on it that all I've got to do is pull it back up after he tries to go up it. Otherwise, I'm out here cleaning the pole, re-greasing it constantly because there's so much dust on it that it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, that's how you do it. And 2 or 3 foot long on the pole is plenty long enough. You don't have to have it all the way from the ground all the way up to the top of the pole, because once they jump up from the bottom and they grab that pole and try to climb it, that tool is immediately going to slide to the ground, and no matter how they try, the tool is going to bring them to the ground. They're not going to be able to go up the pole. unless they eventually get the tool all the way to the ground, and then they can get hold of the pole above it. But usually by the time they grab the tool and it slides them to the ground, they're bewildered, they're confused by it, and they back off. They don't try to go back up it again. Most of the time they will go ahead and try to jump up on the feeder, or that's been my observation of it. So we'll try that, and if it doesn't work, and if they figured out they can pull it to the ground and then go up the pole, hey, I'll put tool all the way up the pole. You know, I'll just make it longer. But so far until today, and I saw that squirrel up there, it's been keeping them off of it unless they can jump from the ground. So there you go. That's how I put tool on my bird feeder poles. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and clean up this mess. Clean up my mess here and get in the house where it's cool, because even though the sun is gone, it's still hot out here. It's probably still about 100 degrees. So with that, please like, share, subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Look at that squirrel, y'all. You see him hanging on the bird feeder? Look at that. Let's see if I can make this picture a little bigger. Look at that squirrel. He's figured out how to get up that pole, or either he's jumped up from the ground. There's just no way you can keep him off the bird feeder. I mean, just look at that. I've literally seen some of the big ones jump from the ground straight up to the feeder. The smaller ones try to go up the pole. Evidently, he made it up that pole somehow. He's made it up the pole. Can't believe that fool got up there. He's gonna eat all my bird seed out of there. I mean, I know the squirrels have to eat, but he usually eats all the seed off the ground. Look at there, and he's gonna go to the other one. I guarantee you he's gonna head to the other one. Where did he go? He ran to that tree, I know. But I don't know where he went after that. I figured he was headed to that feeder. I guess maybe he ate all he wanted. But isn't that something? Can't believe these squirrels.